afternoon, guys. Same process again. If you use the raise hand icon, we'll take questions in English and then any in German towards the end. We'll start with Keith Downey at Sky, please.
Afternoon, Pep. Pep, you're through to the knockout stage in top sport. Will this give you an opportunity for this match against Leipzig to maybe play a few of your younger players?
They travel with us. 4 or 5 of them, and after tomorrow we'll decide the lineup.
And obviously the match is being played behind closed doors. How do you feel about that, given the situation? Did you feel that might have been the last we've seen of that last year, or are you comfortable with this, given the concerns?
Well, the concern is in Germany is behind the closed doors, because in Germany the situation is not good. And we have to learn, the rest of Europe, the rest of the world, the situation is not solved. And you have still, like the Prime Minister said, mask, social distance, and be careful. And because it's there, that is my concern. It would be better, absolutely, to play with the people. But if the authorities in Germany decide that you have to play behind the closed doors, because the situation is dangerous.
Does it change the dynamic at all for you and your team and how you approach the match?
No, absolutely not.
Can I also ask you just finally about Kevin De Bruyne as well? He obviously came off the bench at the weekend. Is it crucial for Kevin to get some minutes in the tank this week ahead of what is going to be a very busy fixture schedule in December?
Yeah, of course. Kevin and all of them. Kevin, the moment got the corona, it was growing in physical condition and everything, and after made a setback, but it's normal because the people who suffer the corona the next days feel so empty, and step by step he play the first 30 minutes. Tomorrow we'll start and we will see how many minutes he can play.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Simon Stone, BBC.
Hi, just on the coronavirus situation, how difficult has managing in a pandemic made your job? How hard has it been? I would imagine it's not quite as easy to plan as it used to be.
It's not as a manager. We are not exempt. We are not part of the rest of the society. We walk for the streets. We go to the restaurants. We live a normal life with our job. The critical situation was the last year. I would say, a year and a half, when the people die every single day. A lot of people around the world. It's getting better through the vaccines. The vaccines, you can get the corona, but you are more or less safe. The people don't die after get the vaccine, and this is the most important thing by far. But we see in Europe, some countries, the cases grow up, and the new variant right now, and the people authorities said, bring the mask, please, again, especially in indoor places. And I don't think much, at least in Manchester, the people were in the street, in the restaurants, the mask, and you have to be careful. And our job is adjust when we did it last season, and right now still we continue with the protocols, the PCRs, to try to, when you go out, be careful, because everyone is, can get the COVID, and you have to still be ready and protect yourself and the rest of your people.
Do you see a point in the near or even medium future where things go back to normal, where we just have to get used to living like this? None of us have ever been through any time like this.
Well, I'm not doctor, I'm not scientist, but the people say that doctors, when I read, when I listen, I'm not honestly well informed about what is right now the situation, but the people say this COVID arrived and he will remain forever. So, and like we have the flu or another situation when we take a vaccine, the same is in this case. And just to adapt and make the normal life as much as possible and try to protect you and the people that surround you.
James Savundja, TalkSport.
Pep, it's been 7 wins in a row in all competitions. despite it not being a game that you need to win tomorrow night, you still want to keep that momentum going into the weekend?
Yeah, of course. All the guys are going to play tomorrow. They want to win a game. For respect for the competition, respect for Leipzig, first of all, for Bruges and PSG. PSG, of course, we have to try to do it. And every game is a good opportunity to improve. To improve and improve. There are many things that still we can do better. And I know exactly which ones. And the players will know it and will know it. And tomorrow is another game to try to even the things we are going to do it well. As much you practice, as much you continue to do it, more natural will be, more flow, more natural will come. And that's why we have it's better. It's a huge opportunity. It's Champions League, so prestigious for the club, for many things.
And you said there's 4 or 5 young players that are travelling with you tomorrow. How do you feel about the young players that are coming through at the moment?
Well, on one side it was a pity because we have a crowd, I think a good academy, but Samedoz is injured and Lian Darab was injured, and 3 or 4 or 2 or 3 some stages for the situation we had in the first team. We call them, and it's good. But for the second team, for the young youth cup, we make weak the second team to play in Europe. But the main important thing is the first team, and of course for them is an incredible experience being in Europe and see how the opponents behave in this competition, how good they are, and maybe tomorrow some of them they can play minutes because we have 5 substitutions, not like 3 here in England. And maybe we can use them.
Stuart Brennan, MEM.
Hi,
Hi.
Pat. We saw, I think, 5 of the young players, if you include Palmer and McAtee, training with you this morning. Is it just those 5 who will be coming from the academy lads?
Josh, CJ, and Romeo. These 5 come with us, plus Cole and McAtee.
Yeah, I mean, Cole and McAtee have obviously been with you for a while. I mean, can you tell us what it is about them that caused you to think the time is right for them to step up to the first team? I mean, those 2 individuals in particular. Well,
in this period we have a lot of injuries, so we need them, and that's why we're training. And Romeo's training with us, and the other guys are training with us. Normally, sometimes train less because when they play with the second team, the day after don't train with us and have to have another game. But sometimes Cole is with us, McAtee. The last game against Leeds, Maka and Cole were with the second team and play with them. So it depends the schedule, the games that we have, the condition that they have in the first team. Now we have just Ferran, like he's injured. The rest, and Gabriel cannot fly to Germany because the orange-yellow car in the last game have a problems, and that's why he's not fit to play tomorrow. But the rest are okay to travel and to play.
Could you talk a little bit about Palmer and McAtee though? I mean, are they at the same level as the rest of the first team? I know they're only young players, but do they look as though they're not out of place?
They are 18, 19 years old, and 18 and 19 years old, you have everything ahead of you, in front of you, that you can improve, it can be better. So, but the potential that they have, all of us, we are agree they are fantastic young players. But they need to settle perfectly and be game and how we behave. But the potential is there, and this is the most important thing. And that's why when we need him and you have to use him, it's not absolutely a problem.
Andy Hampson, PA.
Hi, Pep. Obviously the job's done from your point of view. You guys finished top of the group, but does the fact that Leipzig are still playing for third place affect how you approach the game?
I don't approach the game thinking what they think. We approach the game, what do you have to do to win the game? We are going to fly to win the game, to play a good game and win it. For the prestigious, for the, for many things. And to, like I said before, to practice what we are doing well and improve what we are not doing well.
Dave McDonald.
Hi, Beth. Just back on Kevin. I mean, the team have done extremely well in the time that he's been out, but how important is it to have him back, not just for the quality that he could bring, but in terms of easing the pressure on the other players who have been playing week in, week out?
Kevin played all the season from the beginning. He arrived after the European Cup and last season in difficult conditions, and he play, and after got the corona. And now he has to come back and fight for a position like everyone. So, but Kevin had not to show me absolutely anything to me. He has to come back being himself and show himself he's back and do what he has to do, like he has done the last 5 or 6 years, every single 3 days. So absolutely is a problem, but of course the competition is so necessary in the team, and he knows it. But Bernardo knows it, and Gundo knows it, and all the wingers and strikers knows it, and they have to play good, playing 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 90 minutes, and that's all. I know all of them. They don't have to show me anything. They have to show for themselves to play good, because they have to, because they have the quality to do it for themselves, for the team, for mates, for everyone.
Thank you.
Jack Gordon, Mel.
With the young players, so the 5 that are going, obviously you want them around the squad, and decisions were made not to learn any of them out. But if you wanted them to play every week somewhere, what sort of level would they be at?
No, the young players will stay here this season, but I don't know in winter time. But I think they are going to stay all season with us. But we don't have a long squad, and we need them. And I think it's a good way to improve.
But if you did want them to play every single week, trying to win games at club level with another team on loan, where would they be? Premier League players, would they be Championship players? What their development at the moment?
Development at the moment, if they have to be loan, is to be sure as much as possible they're going to play day week. So every single game. So and after see which manager is there, if the way they play suit good for them. So we try to let them improve in the way we believe is a good way to play our football, and the manager what maybe we should go or they should go should be okay, suit good for the way they want to play, and the best way, of course, to improve as a player is play every single week. And of course here they can do it in the second team, but the second team is not strong enough, the competition to make the step. But right now sometimes be a short period or period training with the first team, with the players the first team is it's really good, because the competition is so high and they see the quality, the rhythm and everything, and the fundamentals that we want for them, for the team, for them, and that's why it's good to stay with us.
Take a last question in English from Rob Dawson, then we'll take a couple in German. Rob, please.
Hi, Pep. 2 of the last 3 finals have been all English, all 4 Premier League teams are top of their group again. Do you think that we're at the start maybe of a period where English teams dominate this competition in a way that Spanish teams did for the decade before that?
Spain was 1 decade. Here was 2 or 3 years. So we have to wait to be compared up what Spain with Barcelona, Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Valencia has done in these years. But yeah, it's a fact that the last years and the last stages English teams are there. The group stage is already so difficult. Look, Liverpool has done, United has done, and Chelsea has done too. So all 4 are qualified, and this is a big success for the Premier League. I'm glad for that.
We'll go to Javier Caceres, please.
Hi, Pep.
Hi.
This is Javier. As you know, Leipzig sacked the manager, Jesse March, yesterday. There's sort of a debate on which kind of coach they should sign, because, at least in the media, which kind of a footballistic approach they should have. It happens that 3 of the best coaches, German coaches, are right now in the Premier League, and I wonder if you could explain in sort of generic terms if there's such a thing as a German football philosophy you see represented by these 3 guys in the Premier League, and what kind of an impact your time in Germany had on your coaching approach?
Absolutely zero. In my impact on these 3 managers with Jurgen and Thomas, and now with Ralf Rangnick, absolutely zero. So they grew up and they set it for themselves. It was me, like I learned from German culture and German football, a lot. And that's why I'm so grateful for my experience in Germany, because I was the guy who got many things in this incredible country in Germany, this nice league, and they prove how good they are. Julian Nagelsmann in Bayern Munich and many others, and the manager for Southampton is exceptional. Ralph is exceptional manager as well. So I think the manager in Germany is a top class level. I learn a lot of them, and that's why they are already in a top clubs in England and doing an incredible job.
Martin Henkel, please.
Hi Pep, my question is what impact do you expect from sacking the manager of RB Leipzig for the team of the opponent? And I heard that you have mutual interest in Dani Olmo. Is that right?
No. The second question is no, because he's a Leipzig player, and if you find it interesting, I'm pretty sure that Manchester City contact with Leipzig, but saying that, Olmo is a fantastic player, and I'm happy they have the courage to leave from Barcelona, go to Croatia to develop his skills, and after can finish in a team like Leipzig. About the impact for the new manager, so Leipzig has an own culture, like the culture, the way they play is above or beyond any manager. So I'm pretty sure they don't sign managers that they don't want to play, that Leipzig, like Salzburg, like a New York Red Bull, they create in a specific way for the pressing, gegenpressing, attack inside, and gegenpressing, and another gegenpressing, and live and sleep and eat and lunch and dinner with gegenpressings. So this is a culture from there, and I'm pretty sure the new manager will be quite similar like that. This interim manager, or maybe stay or in the future. And the impact for the manager is clear. So always the new players are open the eyes and they want to do it well for the new manager. And of course they play for the Europa League, like it's an incredible competition, for the money for the club for this competition, winning tomorrow. And you go through Europa League, you have money for the UEFA. So for many reasons they stay. And we won at home, but I know how difficult it was. And I know what they had done in Bruges. And of course, Leipzig was highs and lows this season. Good results, bad results. They were not maybe consistent, but the philosophy, the way they play, both games they play against PSG, the first 15 minutes I saw the game, they should win 2-3-0 against PSG. So it's a team like they have incredible momentums, and when they can play in his rhythm and his style, wow, they destroy the opponents. I know perfectly in this sense. So we have to be careful and impose our game, to try to do, our best game and play to improve, because tomorrow we don't play for the points because we are already qualified first. It's play to improve our style, our game is a perfect training game for us, and traveling to go to Germany, to Leipzig, and do a good dinner tonight to celebrate our qualification for the Champions League.
We'll finish with Ingo Hahn, please.
That is in a crisis. Which games you saw, the last games, and what do you think how strong they are actually?
I don't listen well for the boys. I'm sorry, but I could not understand your question. Ingo, honey.
Ingo, just try again. I think the audio's not fantastic, but if you try again, we'll see if we can hear you well.
My question is, Leipzig is in the crisis. I want to know how many and which games you saw, and what do you think how strong they are actually?
Just about.
Crisis. I don't know what this crisis. So I respect a lot the philosophy of the impact. I think the people from Red Bull create a proper style in many countries in the way. So I expect an aggressive team. They will not allow us to have much time to think with the other ball. We will be pressed all the time. They will make incredible transitions, and we have to be able to play with a lot of touches for ourselves and play with the rhythm we have to play, because we cannot compete against them with the rhythm they like to play. And expect, a game like for them is so important for the stability for the club. at the end of the season. And for us, as a team, is a game like we don't pay for the points. We play for because we are athletes and we want to win, and for improve our standards. Like last month were really high, and try to continue in this rhythm. That's all.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Just go.